We are not doctors. Nothing in this podcast should be taken as medical advice. Consult your physician before starting any workout routine. This is the Martial Heart Podcast.
Hello, everybody, and let's get that volume turned up there a little bit. How are you? Hey, look, there's no video on this episode, so you're just watching a slideshow of different graphics that I've made for the show. And the reason being is my editing software started just acting crazy. It started freezing everything, and it started turning off the audio, and then I would realize, oh, I've been talking for 10 minutes and it hasn't been recording my voice. So the backup recording situation, I have the Rodecaster Duo recording this as I do it, and it's being recorded on the computer as well in OBS. But it might be time for me to seek not an open source free software suite for doing this podcast. I might have to actually invest in some real software that won't leave me hanging all the time, because I've been having a tremendous amount of trouble with OBS lately. But we're being recorded on the Rodecaster Pro, so I can upload that audio and do whatever with it. But for now, there's just for those of you who are just listening, who don't go to YouTube in order to get the podcast, right now there's just a slideshow with a lot of the same images and just variations of the same image being put on the screen. So you can completely ignore it and just listen if you'd like, which is what I would recommend if you don't want to lose your mind. But I wanted to give everybody an update, and I seem to have lost count at various times, but I only have 2 sessions of cardiac rehab left before I'm done. So next week, of course, they're not open Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, so Monday and Thursday I'll be in cardiac rehab, and Thursday will be my last day, and I'll be a graduate of cardiac rehab. And then what we do after that is all on me, and I've got to make sure that I maintain the standards, and that I keep doing it and keep working out and keep doing the cardio and all those things, so that, so I don't die too early. Speaking of which, and no, nobody died, but I had an interesting incident this week, and I'm assuming that it's because my body's adjusting to the changing of the medications again, where they changed my blood pressure medicines. They changed the number of times a day I'm taking certain medicines, and they added a new cholesterol medicine on top of the one that I'm already taking. And so I was at work. You know what? I don't even remember what day of the week it was, but went into a facility, went to the reception desk, and I announced my presence and told them who I was there to meet. And thankfully, the receptionist was completely oblivious to everything going on around her. So she just started picking up the phone and calling people. She never even looked at me. So she didn't see that I had to hold on to the countertop with both hands so I didn't fall over onto the floor. And I got very faint, very dizzy, very quickly. And it went from, hey, how you doing? Blah, 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 to I thought I was literally possibly dying. I thought my heart might be stopping. And it was just because all of a sudden there was nothing. I was going to pass out. It was like somebody choked me. And it passed quickly. So, no, I don't think anybody even noticed that I was holding on for dear life like a drunken sailor who was trying to keep the earth from spinning. But, yeah, it was very weird. So I didn't like that very much at all. But if I had died, my last thought would have been, great, I'm going to die in this shitty nursing home, and I'm not even a resident. So that would have been my last thought, and that's sad. I don't, I want to have happy thoughts at the end of my life, not the, geez, is this where I'm going to croak? God, I guess I'm a snob when it comes to places I'm willing to die, and that wasn't one of them. So I'm here still. But Christmas is coming, and it will be a family time, having everybody over for Christmas dinner and all of those fun things. And we usually do that on Christmas Eve, so we'll have everybody over on Tuesday, and then Wednesday on Christmas Day, we'll do nothing. we're just going to probably loaf and binge watch something on Netflix or something for the day, because that's kind of our routine, where it's just our day to relax and everything's already done as far as Christmas stuff. And we can just lounge around the house and eat leftovers and relax. And I'm looking forward to that because, this was a kind of a busy week for us. And a busy week for me. There was a lot of physical labor involved, which I know, shocking. How dare they do those things to me? But it involved my old ass climbing up in some attics and stuff, which thankfully I'm still agile and I'm still strong and I can pull myself up into the rafters and do things like that. But, I really don't know how much longer I'll be willing to do those things, let alone capable of doing them, because we have guys who work for us now who are much younger than me. So I think it's time for them to do that stuff and for me to not. I'll just supervise from the ground. And I think that's going to be my new strategy in the work day. But those are the things that are going on. I'm almost done with cardiac rehab. And then I'm going to have to kick it up a notch and do all those things on my own and keep myself motivated. And I will say that it was really nice for the cardiac rehab technician. I really don't know what their titles are. They just have name tags on. I don't know what certifications or what education level they have. I have no idea. But they're very nice. And one of them is named Paige. And she did tell me, I was talking to her about my fears of falling into laziness and cutting way back on the cardio and not doing as much and kind of negating all of the work that we've done. And she did tell me that she thought that I was the person who has come through there, who she is the least worried will stop exercising and keeping myself in shape and being physical. So that made me feel good, but there's still some, worry about that. Because, I do have a lot of chronic pain. I have a lot of joint pain. And some days you just don't want to do it. You just don't want to get up and exercise. You don't want to put in that effort and cause more pain in your body. And that's a very easy trap to fall into. So I see it in my head that I'm going to have to constantly remind myself that I have to do these things. I have to do the cardio no matter what. No, I don't like it, but I have to do it anyway to keep myself on track. But I have people who are going to help keep me on track, so that's helpful too. And I'm looking forward to having evenings free for those 3 days a week again, so I can just work out on my own time, on my own schedule, and get those evenings back, because some of those evenings I'm going to be replacing with martial arts classes. I still haven't decided which ones. I know I won't be starting until January, and I know I'll be starting slow, just like all the doctors have recommended. But I'm looking forward to it. And a karate class or jujitsu class, I'll see you soon. I don't know which one though. Actually, I'll probably see them all because the classes all take place at the same dojo. So I'll be there either way. So I'll see all my friends from karate class and from jiu-jitsu class, regardless of which one I decide to go back to first. And I'm going to have to start stretching. I'm going to have to start working myself out in such a way that's going to benefit me in those classes, which I haven't done in a long time. So I'm going to have to get on that. I guess it's been August, September, October, November, December. It's been 4 months. 4 months and about 10 days since I had a heart attack. And it seems like it's been a long road, but it also seems like it went by incredibly fast. So I'm hoping that memory of all of that garbage fades quickly and I can get back to a normal life and everybody will be happy. So that's your update for this weekend. And it's probably going to be the only one I do this weekend. I got a busy day ahead of me tomorrow. But then when it's back into Christmas week, and maybe I'll leave you guys alone during Christmas week, I will have time to do some podcasts. So yeah, I'm probably going to do some. I won't have much else to do on Christmas Day and stuff like that. So unless I'm really into something on Apple TV or something, I get trapped in a long season of something. But who knows? I'll probably do something late at night. So you can always just listen to it after the holidays if you want. And that's going to be it for today. So thank you for tolerating the, what do you call it, the slideshow if you're watching on YouTube instead of video. And I'll keep you posted about what's going to happen. Maybe I'll put it on the audio trials and eBay store files for here, for this account. And I'll explain to everybody what I'm going to do because I have no idea what I'm going to do other than this OBS. But the OBS seems to be failing me quite regularly now. And yeah, it's free. I know it's open source. People are constantly working on it and tweaking it and things like that. And some of it's the fact that I, probably am trying to get this computer to do more things than it should on its, pathetic little processors. I don't even know what it is. It's a new computer, but it's designed for business. It wasn't designed for multimedia and gaming or anything like that. So it doesn't have a lot of the stuff that you kind of need when you're going to do a lot of video. But audio processing should be easy. So this should get recorded and saved. Please get recorded or saved. But if it doesn't, I can always just upload the file from the Rodecaster Duo and use that. So I'll let you know what I decide to do with that too. But until then, if you don't hear from me before Christmas, everyone have a wonderful Christmas. Enjoy your time off from work or your time with your family or your time away from your family. Whatever is your thing, man. You just do you. That's what I say on the holidays. And I hope everybody enjoys it and has a safe and pleasant week. And I will catch you later. Thanks for joining me. Goodbye. I would like to say, though, it's kind of cliche, but we couldn't do this without you. But it's actually a lie. I could do this all day long without you ever listening to it. But it wouldn't be a very good podcast if no one was listening. So thank you for listening. And Merry Christmas.